So hello from Geneva, Switzerland, in the heart of international Geneva, surrounded by the United Nations and all kinds of international organizations. I'm going to be talking to you about crowdsourcing the SDGs and a European project called Crowd for SDG with CERN, the UN Institute for Training and Research, University of Paris, Politecnico Milano, and the Spanish National Research Council. So I think you've all heard of the Sustainable Development Goals, 17 of them launched in 2015 as a 15-year agenda by the United Nations to solve basically 17 of the world's biggest problems. What you might not be aware is behind these goals are hundreds of targets and indicators that are really quite quantitative and require gathering lots of data, which in fact many governments are not capable of doing, not even close. So we're proposing in this project a solution. The solution is crowdsourcing, but not just any old crowd. We're really focused on this crowd, which is that massive youth that made a lot of noise a few years ago with people like Greta Thunberg, complaining about governments not doing enough. So here's a chance for them to turn their political energy into scientific change and gather data to track how we're doing on sustainable development and hopefully hold governments more accountable by providing better scientific data. So how do we do this? Well, in practice, we initiate youth-led crowdsourcing projects that track progress towards the SDGs. We do this through a 6-month cycle of online coaching called the Open 17 Challenge. This is something we launched back in 2015 on a platform called Zoom, which nobody had heard about back then. We learned about it from some of our American colleagues, and we've been coaching international teams from just about every continent except Antarctica to tackle the SDGs ever since. And just to give you one example, from part of the world where Google is actually. This is a project from our last Open 17 Challenge, a team of students led by Dia here from San Jose. The project's Flood Finder. She was 15 when she joined us. She's 16 now, and she's coded her way to solutions that allow us to take pictures from CCTV, so video cameras on street corners, and use the images when there are flash floods to track flooding and then crowdsource that information so it can be used by first responders more quickly. She's not only got herself on a poster in one of the leading international conferences on a disaster response, but her team have won a competition to join a local social incubator called run by Code for America. So we talk about this in terms of slingshots, not moonshots. We're trying to get young people to make change at a scale where it matters for them. We'll leave the moonshots to other people. Our next call for the Open 17 Challenge is about the nexus between climate change and gender issues, so gender equality issues. And we'll be launching this in just a few days on a social network called Goodwall, based here in Geneva, in fact. It's, if you like, it's LinkedIn for Generation Z or TikTok for the SDGs. And we invite you to send us your young colleagues or not so young colleagues who would like to be part of projects like this to join us for this next adventure. Thank you very much.